Hello, Bear Tavern families. This is Mr. Turnbull with Bear Tavern Basics. Everything you need to know about Bear Tavern in around 5 minutes. So we want to catch you up with some of the great things that have been happening at Bear Tavern. One of which happened on April 28th, which was International Sculpture Day. And we were fortunate to have an inside connection at the Stuart Johnson Atelier, where a group of our 5th grade students was able to participate in an aluminum pour, which involved doing a project in art class called a scratch mold, and then going to the actual Stuart Johnson facility and watching the actual aluminum be melted and cast into the special mold. It was a really great experience because not only did our students walk away with a nice piece of artwork, but they really learned a great deal about STEM and about science and art put together. It was an unforgettable experience, and we hope to do it again next year. We celebrated May Day on May 7th at Bear Tavern, and we had a lot of friends and neighbors and family members come join us as we celebrated songs and dances from around the world. Every grade level participated, and we had a really great time. It was a beautiful day as well. It was also Teacher Appreciation Week last week, and we want to thank our PTO for a really wonderful luncheon and an excellent week. It felt very nice, and our teachers were really excited and thankful. Last week, we also had Mrs. Overman's 4th grade class go back to the Philadelphia Zoo as part of the Unless Project. And as you might have known from before when we reported it, Mrs. Overman's class took part in a project that talked about conserving energy, but also working to save one of several endangered species, in their case, the Guam kingfisher. So the project involved the students having an energy-saving campaign throughout the school and also devising some great ways to help the kingfisher. They placed 5th place overall in their category, so were invited to the zoo for a special celebration. We celebrated Mother's Day over the weekend, so our preschool classes had a really wonderful Muffins for Mom activity where we welcomed many mothers into our preschool classes, and we just want to say on behalf of everyone at Bear Tavern, a happy belated Mother's Day for all of our moms out there. We had a groundbreaking ceremony on Friday for the pond feature in our Bear Tavern Outdoor Learning Center. It was really great. We had the Hopewell Valley Education Foundation head and mayor, Kevin Kaczynski, come out. We had the executive director of the Friends of Hopewell Valley Open Space, Ms. Lisa Wolf, come out, and the Kish family from Nectar's Landscaping. And we actually got some assistance from our students, and then we broke ground, and we will give you updates on our outstanding pond feature, which will be visible from the hallway and will be ready soon. It's going to be outstanding and a part of our larger plan to make the courtyard an outstanding place to learn and to spend time outside. As of now, we want to thank our community partners because we've received over $20,000 in grant money through the Education Foundation, the Friends of Hopewell Valley Open Space, and the College of New Jersey, not to mention the generous donations from our Bear Tavern PTO that we received in last year's auction. Friday, we also celebrated a poetry party in 2nd grade. Each class celebrated the poetry unit that they had been working on and invited parents in to come and share in all of the great times. And there were a number of different styles of poetry and very many writing pieces that were shared with friends and families. Yesterday, we were able to participate in a really special activity thanks to Ms. Perez, who is our technology specialist. She was able to get us set up with the Google Expeditions Augmented Reality Pioneer Project. And Google actually came to Bear Tavern and worked with us on a number of units where students used augmented reality, which means that using a special device, they were able to see 360-degree images of objects that they were studying. Anything from planets to animals to parts of the human body, you name it, and we were able to look at it and study and learn from it. It was an outstanding experience and one that our students will not soon forget. So again, thank you, Mrs. Perez, and thank you, Google, for making such an awesome experience happen. Speaking of the Media Center and Technology Center, we will be starting our renovations in June, and when we come back to school, we'll have all new media centers throughout the whole district. But Bear Tavern is really in line for something special, and we will keep you posted on that. But it's going to be very, very exciting. Don't forget, we have a PTO meeting tomorrow, May 16th, 2018 at 7 p.m. And let's take a look at what's coming up. We start our park assessment tomorrow for English Language Arts, and we'll be doing language arts in grades 3 through 5, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. And we'll be doing math Monday and Tuesday of next week, again, grades 3 through 5. Our 3rd and 5th graders were at the Princeton Symphony Orchestra today, and they represented our school very well and had a great time. The Philadelphia Zoo trip for 1st grade is coming up on Thursday, and in 3rd grade, the Titusville History Tour. Thursday is the date, and Friday is set up as a rain date. Coming up on Thursday the 24th, we'll be celebrating Williams Syndrome Awareness Day, and students and staff are encouraged to wear blue, red, and green, which are the colors that signify Williams syndrome. On Friday the 25th, we will have Field Day, and we cannot wait for that one. That's always a special day at Bear Tavern, and Mrs. Horsley creates an environment and a day like nowhere else on earth. So our Field Day is really unique and special. And I forgot to mention that Mrs. Overman and Ms. Laughlin's class will be taking part in the Trout Release Part 1 on Thursday the 24th. So half of our trout will be released to the Forest Resource Education Center in Jackson. And on the 28th, no school. No school on the 28th. And finally, on the 31st, mark your calendar in the evening, our Barnes & Noble, the one in Princeton, summer book kickoff party. We'll have read-alouds from staff, we'll have special deals on books, and a special drink from the Starbucks at Barnes & Noble. More information will come on that one, but don't forget to mark your calendar. That's what's happening at Bear Tavern. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.